This is Emend Healthcare. As you look around at our staff and clients, there is one statistic that dictates everything we do here. Over 90% of our clients carry a history of trauma. In this population, trauma is the rule, not the exception. This training is designed to help you execute a trauma-informed shift. We are going to equip you with specific de-escalation and safety techniques for daily interactions. When we recognize trauma and prioritize human connection first, we create a highly predictable, secure environment. That approach protects both our clients and our staff. Step 1 requires a basic shift in how we view behavior. Instead of asking, "What is wrong with you?" we train ourselves to ask, "What happened to you?" Look at this diagram of the brain's alarm system, the amygdala. In trauma, this threat detector becomes hypersensitive, firing a massive survival response without actual danger. As that alarm rings, it forces the prefrontal cortex to shut down. The reasoning center goes completely offline. Because a triggered client literally cannot access their logic center, trying to enforce rigid rules or argue facts during an outburst will fail. You cannot reason with a fire alarm. Step 2 is decoding the behavior. What we often label as a problem behavior is actually one of 4 automatic survival responses: fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. If you see a fight response, like aggression or yelling, your goal is to stay calm, give the person physical space, lower your voice, and do not match their heightened energy. If they are in flight, pacing restlessly or trying to leave, do not chase them or block their exit. Instead, offer them a safe, quiet space to go to. During a freeze response, the client may shut down or stare blankly. You can help by speaking softly to gently guide them back to the present moment. Finally, the fawn response looks like excessive compliance or people-pleasing. In these moments, actively invite the client to share their real opinion, reminding them it is safe to say no. By identifying these behaviors as biological survival tactics rather than personal attacks, you can de-escalate the root cause of the panic rather than reacting to the surface action. Step 3 focuses on avoiding re-traumatization. Standard facility rules or casual staff actions can easily mimic the power dynamics of a client's original trauma. You can prevent this with strict physical adjustments. Always knock and announce yourself before entering a room. Sit at eye level rather than standing over a client, and never raise your voice. You must also be transparent. Explain the exact reason behind every rule or decision. Saying "because I said so" is never acceptable in this facility. Maintaining these predictable, respectful boundaries in your daily routine builds the trust required for a safe environment. Step 4 introduces the communication framework you see here, the ELSA method, a 4-step tool for active de-escalation. First, empathize by acknowledging the client's emotion before mentioning any rules. Next, listen. Give them space to speak, maintain open body language, and do not interrupt. Once they feel heard, strategize by exploring available options together. Finally, assist them by following through on the chosen plan and checking back in later. If a client is experiencing severe dissociation, panic, or a flashback, you can use the 5-4-3-2-1 sensory grounding technique. Kneeling at eye level, calmly guide the client to name 5 things they see, 4 they touch, and 3 they hear in their immediate environment. Both the ELSA method and sensory grounding achieve the exact same goal, prioritizing emotional regulation and human connection before attempting to enforce compliance. Let's apply this to a common situation. Scenario A. A client refuses a basic hygiene expectation, like taking a shower. As this comparison shows, instead of demanding compliance, offer choices, like a bath versus a shower, or a different time of day, ensuring strict privacy. Hygiene struggles are often trauma symptoms, not acts of defiance. Scenario B. A sudden flashback. A loud fire alarm sounds, and a client drops to the floor and covers their ears. Kneel to their eye level and avoid any sudden physical touch. Use a calm, steady voice to orient them to the present reality, reminding them that the alarm is just a drill, and they are safe here at Emend. In any crisis, adapting to the client's survival response by offering choices and undeniable safety is the fastest, most effective path to resolution. Step 6 is taking care of you. Working with trauma takes a heavy toll on your own nervous system. Secondary stress is a normal, predictable consequence of caregiving. It is not a weakness. You must establish clear boundaries, like leaving work at work. utilize the Employee Assistance Program, and always participate in team debriefs after a critical incident. To maintain this standard of care, rely on 4 fundamental actions. Realize the widespread impact of trauma, recognize the signs in your clients, respond using the ELSA method, and resist re-traumatization. Mastering these steps empowers you to make every interaction safe, predictable, and choice-rich. Thank you so much for your time and for the vital work you do every day at Emmond Healthcare.